Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 45 of my Motorsport Manager Let's Play with our creative team. We're just going through the previous sort of, press conferences and melt from the previous race in Doha. We've got 11 races left. I make it that we are 50,000 short of finishing this season on exactly zero money. Still got sponsors to come in. I suspect we're going to build parts this year now. As I talk about that, here comes some sponsors, so we're looking for a big upfront payment here. And we will take Northern Harbour, because that is the only one that offers us a big upfront payment. So now we can build a part. It can be an expensive part, but it's something. So we've got 4 million over 12 races. That's going to be more straight away. Yep, so we're going with Hypertech. And I believe we should now be in decent position for the rest of this season, so we're going to design a new part. Let's have a look. What's our worst parts? We've got 300, 400, 5, 7, 4, 6. So rear wing or brakes. I'm going for brakes because that's by far the worst. Let's just go straight away with that. It's also the cheapest, so that's handy. Will be nice to have something incoming that will improve this car. Except interview, I have no opinion. I may just abstain. Okay, finish. Addition of Tondela spec brakes, we will vote for, so we are going to abstain. We're going to still have our bonus one as well, so if we can get spec brakes and say spec. What HQ bits do we have? So we have factory, we have telemetry center, which is gearbox and brakes, ironically. Okay, well if we can get spec brakes, that'll be interesting. I really should have checked that before building. But if we can say get spec brakes and a spec suspension off this year, that will save us a lot of money next year. So let's go with that. These brakes should be finished in just a second now. So we've got a race to run. Excuse me, my voice keeps going just now, I don't know why. So there's our brakes done. Nice and easy. And we can take off these brakes for these ones. Already a bit better than what we've already got. Let's go back to reliability. It's all going to be done after one day after the race, so yeah, it's gearbox and suspension that's getting worked on just now. Performance wise, that's fine. Fairly happy with that. Got our politics vote, of course. So new vote started. Roger's near an end of his career. Let's just ignore that. We have a voting power of 4 just now. Let's just abstain this one. I'm not really that worried about if Tondela will get added. Looks like it's going to be an absolute whitewash. So looks like we'll have an extra race next season. Back at Tondela, where our journey started in this series. Good times. So we will trundle on towards qualifying. Can we build another part maybe? I'm just curious. Still got the money there to do it. Still losing about a similar amount per race, so that's interesting. So we've obviously just replaced that with likewise. So I think we can afford to build one more part. Let's see, car wise. Let's go with a rear wing because we're definitely not going to spec that out this year. So we've got a risky part, or this one. I think we have to go for this one. I kind of want to get all these risky parts out this year. If we can find a way to get all these risky parts into one bit, that's a big boost for next season. So let's just work on the rear wing. We're going to work on the rear wing this year, guys. That's the way we're going to go. We're going to go with 7 for above and 50-50 on tyres because that'll give us the option. It is a 28 lap race, so I will assign my strategy in practice. Let's have a look. Fit parts. Give you that one. He's unhappy now. Suppose he's a number 1 driver and all the parts are so similar. That's what's causing that angriness anyway. We'll swap those round. He's still unhappy, but there's nothing we can really do about that. And we'll switch you to that brake part there because you'll get some boost from the reliability for performance switch. Anyway guys, I will see you after practice in just a second. 1-2 in practice, 2 seconds faster than the next best car. I'm calling that a result. We were on attacking, but I think we were quicker naturally than what we were. Anyway, I'm trying to word that correctly and I'm getting it completely wrong. So we're going to go with soft tyres and quali trim for qualifying. I think it's going to work out about a 2-stop, 3-stop race with soft tyres. No, cancel that just now. Let's weight strip. So right, that'd be that's 50%. So let's try and have everything about 60%. Go with that somewhere. Yep. And same again here. Again, everything about 60%. And we're gaining about the similar amount. So continue on. Now we will do that. We'll take qualifying now. Fairly happy with that result. We'll send out Cyril first on the soft compound tyre. And on goes our Frenchman. We will go auto on. We'll give it just a minute before we send out Vial. Let the traffic clear just a little bit. And then again we'll send him out on... Oh, we're going to struggle to get the traffic out here, so let's just send him out. Interesting point there. We'll go on to auto. We'll go fast. We'll go with Cyril first because he will go over the line first. He should have clean air in front of him, depending on who comes out the pits between now and us getting there. Looks like there might be some traffic. Can he get past the number 14 first? Yes, he can. So we've got traffic up ahead, but it shouldn't be too bad just now. Come on, Cyril. I'm not sure what tyre temperatures are like on either car. I think there might be some overheating there in both cars. I'm not sure. Purple 1 and 2 for Cyril. Obviously, he was the first over the line in both sectors, but he's maintained that all the way through. Vial slightly behind, 2 tenths down on his teammate after the first sector. He goes 5th, so decent first run there for us. Coming in 1st and 5th. Other cars out, but none of them setting purples, which is good for us. I think we've got a really good setup here. We seem to have a decent car for this race. Give it down to about 1 minute 50 left, and we'll send one out. So we'll send one out with about 2 minutes left, and then one out with 1 minute 50 left. Give them a 10-second gap between each other, or so. Just give them plenty of time to get out that window, pit lane is the word I'm looking for. My brain just completely freezing there. They're all going out now. We can be last one on track. We'll be in better shape though, I think. Yes, I will let you out for another lap. You as well. Don't you worry about that, boys. Right, go. You. We'll use the same set of tyres, and then I'll send you out now. Hopefully I've done it enough time. Give him enough time to get out and get round. I think this is going to be close. Might have waited slightly too long with Cyril. We'll watch Vial first. Slightly further head up the road. We know he'll get round. It's whether Cyril gets round. We'll actually watch Cyril for that reason. 30 seconds to get around the rest of this lap. Asking a lot. I think we're maybe going to be about 2 or 3 seconds short here. Literally a second there, guys. So we'll watch Vial now. He is up on his personal best. Belisiu's dropped down to 3rd. I feel like he had the pace in this car as well today. Can Vial do anything to improve his 7th? No, he cannot. So 3rd and 7th, we're hitting our 300,000 sponsorship bonus. That's a positive, but it's not quite the pole position I feel we should have had if we'd got Cyril out 1 second earlier. The fractions in motorsport, boys. The fractions in motorsport. So we now head into this race. We've got the same setup. What can we do from 3rd and 7th on the grid? Cyril seems to have more pace than Vial. I'm going to go for soft tyres on both cars. We'll get slightly less out of them. So we'll start with Vial. So he can do 8 laps on these. No point of fueling for 23, so we'll fuel for 10. So that'll be 8, 16. Or do we go 7, 14, 24, 21 even? That would make more sense with Cyril. Much more natural choice. Any rain predicted? None. And you can do 9 laps, so 9, 18, 27. Okay, we're going to go for 1 stop less with him. We'll go for 9, 18 and go into mediums with Cyril. Have 1 stop less, but also have the slower tyre at the end. So we'll go high fuel burn. Don't want to go too crazy because obviously we've part stripped everything out of this car. We will watch Cyril, who seems to have got off the line better than his teammate. Cyril up into the lead, even if it was briefly. 4th round out outside there, he was overtaken by Blanc and Sanainen, the 2 Thorntons. But he's back up into 2nd, battling well. Vial's had a nightmare start, down in 11th. Cyril doing a decent job here of marshalling Blanc. Much faster Thornton car, of course. They start off in the World Motorsport Championship. Vial back up into 9th. We can get any points here, it would be good news. Cyril doing well in 2nd here, proving his worth. Only way I can describe that. Vial back up into 8th. Do we follow him or do we follow our lead driver? I think we're going to follow him. Going to go down into medium on both cars. Tyre temperatures may be a bit cooler than I would like, but track temperature is actually extremely high, so I'm a bit confused by that. Cyril dropping off now a bit. Everyone else on a similar strategy. Vial in 8th. Where's he doing just now? He's having a look at Sylvander, but not really doing anything to him. Blanc stuck behind Cyril Bosseu as well. 2 Frenchmen, of course. So a 9 in, I think he's finished up ahead. As Vial is up into 7th again. Hopefully he can now start challenging Pascal Becker for 6th. Looks like he's got the pace to charge in on him. As Cyril saying he's faster than this Thor, and then he's just stuck behind it. He's made the move. Blanc's followed him past his teammate. So Cyril Bosseu now leads this race. We're going to switch to watch Vial, who will be stopping in a couple of laps time. He's got a lot of excess fuel, so let's put him back onto high. See how he manages. He's complaining about his fuel levels. He probably doesn't realise he's pitting at the end of not this lap but the next one. So we've got decent fuel there. Cyril sets purple first sector as well. He's got a 2-second lead out top there in first, so we're following our secondary car just now. He is making a move on Becker, just can't quite get it done in this stage of the Grand Prix. We are making an extra stop with Vial as well, so I'm maybe not expecting him to get points, but it was the fastest strategy for him, I think. Maybe we could have gone for the similar strategy that we done with Bosseu, but either way, Vial absolutely battling like a trooper here. We're going to bring him in at the end of this lap, so another 9 laps worth of fuel will do me. Well, 8.88 will do. leaves 21 laps remaining. So he's got 2 stops remaining on that stint. Cars around him are pitting as well. So he will come in. We'll switch to our race leader, Baseu, who's got a 3-second gap over the Thorntons now. Absolutely stunning performance from him. A bad pit stop for Vial. That's going to cost him 7 seconds. That's a sore one. Ouch. You want that mistake to be on a tyre though. Going to give you 1 more lap, Cyril. Now you can come in. Again, we'll give you another 11 laps worth of fuel. Or, yep, that'll do me. No repairs needed. Go, go, go. Overtake and attack for your in-lap son. 3.7 seconds ahead, 3.8 seconds ahead even of the car behind, and gaining, although he's going to lose some of that now because his tyres have gone completely off, although he's still gaining, which is interesting. So we're going to bring him back out on neutral and high, same as Vial is on down in 15th. He really got hurt by that bad pit stop, although a lot of the cars in front still not pitted yet. So he's maybe got a bit of a chance to get past back some of them, but he's nowhere near as high up as he should be. He is past Becker, who was battling beforehand, but I assume Becker's made a mistake in his pit stop as well. Baseu in 3rd, behind Sylvander, who hasn't stopped. He's behind 2 medium runners. They're going in now. Well, rather, one of them is. That gives Cyril free air once again. Tyre temperature's maybe a bit hot. We can conserve just a little bit on both cars, I think. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Back down onto medium fuel, please. Cyril, that is not good. Business sense being on overtake mode. There. Either way, decent lap here, it looks like. Vastly improved on last time. Of course, we were in the pits, but still not the best lap of the race. A 1:37.1 will do. 4 seconds a lap faster than his teammate, who responds by just going 2/10 slower than him. So that's a decent response from Vial to Cyril's pace. Cyril already 1.1 seconds behind the race leader. He's well ahead of Blanc, who is his rival, really, if you want to call it that, for position. We're going to watch Vial because he is the next in line for our pit stops. He'll be pitting at the end of the next lap, so we can probably start attacking on these tyres, try and get past Becker, who's gone for a medium stint on his middle stint. He will need to stop again. Sa has crashed, no yellow flags or that, so that is handy. Vial back up into 7th before he's going to make this pit stop. Bring him in again for soft. Another 7 laps worth of fuel. Well, 8.48 will do me. We'll fix that front wing while we're in, because that makes sense to do. And Vial, 7th place, doing a decent job here. He will be making an extra stop on other cars though, I think. Cyril's probably the one that's on the right strategy here. But hopefully we can make it work with Vial. He seems to have a bit of pace in him. He's done a, not sure what his time was, am I looking at the wrong driver there? 36.9 for Baseu in the last lap. Much better pit stop there from Vial. Cyril's got another few laps before he makes his pit stop. And he will go onto the medium tyres for his pit stop. He's got plenty of tyre left in him. We're going to go and conserve with the tyres. Medium fuel for Vial. I think we can actually start pushing the fuel a little bit with Cyril. He's doing a really good job with the tyres here, keeping them in a very, very good temperature window. Hopefully we'll see Vial do the same with his. It is quite hot, so we're having to conserve to maintain those temperatures where they are, really. So it might need to go on low because I had him on high when I came out of the pitch by accident. 18-second lead here for Cyril Baseu. It's a really, really good job from him. We're going to switch back to Vial just for a minute because he's struggling back there. And he needs to really be able to get these overtakes done. which is worrying. That's fine, Cyril, you're coming in at the end of the next lap. So, pit now, you will go into mediums and we will fuel you for the rest of this race. And part conditioning, we will repair that. 18, 29, 61, probably best repairing that as well. No time loss, no time loss, time loss there, time loss there, time loss there. So, try and nurse this car in from there. Balance pit stop for Cyril Basseu, as he will come in for his final stop of the race, 20 seconds in the lead. It is a longer pit stop than normal because he has to make repairs, so hopefully he can make that work. Vial back into 15th. Other cars should start pitting now. He does have another pit stop, of course, to make. But all goes well. 8.7 second pit stop. Vial back into 13th now. He's doing the passing moves that we need him to do. Can he get past Becker before he comes out of the pitch? Yes, he can, because that was the guy we were battling before making that pit stop. Or rather, we just got ahead of him, but that's sort of where the numbers were. He's only got another 2 laps on this stint. Vial, we can go attacking on the fuel. Try and gain some positions back. Cyril Basseu, 2.24 seconds off the lead. Where is Blanc? Who is Blanc, actually? And Blanc still has to pit. Cyril has made all his pit stops for the rest of this race. We will put him into medium fuel. Vial responding with the fastest first sector of the race here as he approaches his in-lap, which is good to see. Decent middle sector, his fastest of the race. Not the fastest of the race, but still good. As he goes up into 7th, of course, through the pit stops. He will lose positions again because he has to come in again. Got a bit left on this tyre, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go push, give him another 2 laps on this stint. It will be a slightly shorter last stint than what I was expecting to do, but he's maintained the tyres very, very well on this stint, so we can give him an extra lap, which will give him a better last stint, and hopefully can push the tyres and have a good in-lap here. So we'll bring him in for his final set of softs. We'll fuel him up for the rest of this race. It doesn't need any repairs. Rear wing. Anything else that needs repaired, well, we'll do this. Might as well just do that. It doesn't cost us any time. Balance pit stop. So if we can get a decent in-lap here from Vial, he can hopefully jump some of the people that he was doing an extra pit stop over. Because that's what we really need just now. If we're going to get anything out of this race on his side. Cyril Basseu, is he closing in on Blanc really? It says he was about a second faster in that last lap, so I'm happy with that. Oh, another 5-second mistake for Vial, just when he needed it. So yeah, it looks like Cyril just has the pace today. Arbeloa might need to stop again. I would imagine he does. If he's not, he's nursing those tyres at the end. Blanc obviously in the pits just now. He will be faster in this last stint though. So hopefully we've done enough. We do have a 20-second gap, so we've maintained that through the pit stops. But this is where I expect him to start pulling it back now when he is on the faster tyre, but hopefully we have done enough in this race. Vial down in 12th. About 13 seconds worth of mistakes he's had in this race, as well as the extra pit stop, so I'd put him into 8th. Sorry, yeah, about 8th, battling for 8th anyway. So the extra pit stop would have worked if it wasn't for those mistakes. Basseu doing a decent job. Vial now just putting in the fastest lap of the race. That is good news. He is on a softer tyre, so it's good to see him pushing a little bit here. Need to bring back those tyre temperatures, so let's go into conserve. He is on excess fuel, so we can keep him on that. We're going to do the same with Basseu. This stuck behind this red car that's really hurting Basseu. Oh, right, never mind. You can go into medium fuel. 2 laps worth to go. Might actually even just stick you on low. Still got a 16-second gap. Let's just nurse this home. We've got 2 laps to go. There's no point in retiring. Let's not blow up while we're winning the race. That would be very much appreciated, car. We're flashing everywhere. VL battling for that 12th and 11th place. He's right behind Cavalcanti now, as he has gone past Kanjiro. Paseo on his final lap. Any change on the parts? None. My voice went strange again there. What's your parts like? They're fine. Right, we're not getting these tyre temperatures back, so on you go. You charge. Charge like the wind bullseye. See if you can get 10th. That would be handy. I think you might have the fastest lap of the race. We'll find out after it. I hope you've maintained it anyway. Paseo finishes, wins the race. Get in. Vial in 11th. It's not been the best of the race for him, but if you remember, he lost 13 seconds through his issues. Those 13 seconds would have taken him to about 7th. Should have been a decent race given the fact that he's made one stop more than everyone else in the field. Paseo had the right strategy and he had the natural pace today. Not sure Vial had the same natural pace consistently. Did sort of seem to lap about similar times though when it mattered. So, did we get fastest lap with Vial? That'd be interesting to see. I think Blanc maybe would have nicked it if there was anyone to have done it. No, Vial did indeed get it. So that's 12 points bagged up for us today in Phoenix, which is a very, very good result. Cyril 21 points now for the championship. Vial on 11th, putting us 3rd and 7th, which puts us 2nd in the constructors, right in a good sort of battling area. 3 things in life are avoidable: death, taxes, and Eastwood Motorsport being terrible. That is good. Here's one. Good from Cyril Paseo, but he's been carried by the team. I like that, but I think today, at this specific track, on this specific day, Cyril carried us. I think Vial had some pace, stuck in traffic, which was the difference after a bad start, but Paseo had the pace all weekend in practice, qualifying and the race. He deserves it. He should have been on pole. I cannot fault the guy. What a weekend he had. He has just maxed out his potential though, which sucks. On the positives, Vial is still developing, so he has big potential. He's maybe, if you look at these stats here, these are the key stats for me: braking, corners, smoothness, overtaking, and consistent. Well, maybe not so much consistency, but these are the stats where Cyril, apart from overtaking, is better than Vial, and that was the difference on a track like today. So we came first, we were expected 10th. The chairman's happy. Markability didn't change. Only lost 600,000, which means we can build another part, I think, because I'm budgeting for losing 1.2 million a race. We'll accept the interview. He needs to button it. That's fine by me, just telling him to shut up. So with our car, we have our new rear wing, which we're focusing on all season now, which will take another 2 days. Well, that will be back before the next race, and I'm looking at, we've got a lot of risky parts available for this rear wing, which is why I'm going to focus on that, because that will mean we'll get a big boost for next season on one of our parts that is one of the weakest that we have. As you see, 461. I reckon with all the risky parts I can get that above 600, which will hopefully take it from being the worst on the grid to at least mid-table. That will end this episode, guys. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully catch you all next time.